For instance, we would use desking software to solve problems like, let's say you have a desired payment of $200 or $279 a month or whatever the target is, but because of the equipment on the vehicle and or the negative equity in a situation, you would end up with a payment higher than the buyer asked for, or you have a trade situation. See, we would use desking software to solve problems so that you could justify under allowing a trade and possibly breaking a payment down, okay? So if I was going to break a payment down and justify to a client what the payments were on a vehicle, let's say you're advertising a $279, but the payments go up $200. What you want to do is, even if you're using a Sharpie pen today, okay, what you could do with a Sharpie pen or desking software is you want that to be able to allow you to solve the problem with showing a customer a payment of $279 that was advertised, but he's upside down. You would basically take your payment and break that payment down. So if you advertised a $279 and you had taxes of another $30 and you had negative equity of another $90, you would want your software basically to break that payment down and solve that problem. So we want to use that, your desking software or your CRM or your internet tools, your social networking to solve problems, not just to be a piece of technology that you're using, but something that actually solves a problem. For instance, your closes and your sales meetings need to be there to solve problems for salespeople, not just to be training. So we don't want to give people just information on how to do a meet and greet. It's like, how do I use that to solve a problem to get in front of more people? Remember, your goals are three. One, I got to drive traffic. I have to increase my gross profit per deal, and I have to maximize every opportunity so I don't go a couple of days missing a deal. If you're not using that right now, you are missing the boat. This thing will drive traffic. The same payment worksheet will drive traffic. It will literally close traffic for you. It will show you exactly how to set up your deal. Salespeople should be using this with pass-outs for friends, family, relatives, neighbors. You could actually canvass an entire neighborhood with that same payment worksheet, estimating the car they're on and what it would take to trade. This worksheet right here is basically showing you two numbers on a trade. If you've ever been to one of my seminars, we talk about two numbers on a trade as a way to under allow and justify trade values. So what I'm doing right here is I'm showing a buyer why their vehicle is worth $13,630, and that's going to be about $900 in this case, about $900 underneath what it's actually worth, and we're going to validate either the under allowance number or the actual ACV number. This would give you a tremendous advantage over just a worksheet with a Sharpie pen. That you can't do that. There's no way you can figure out every possible situation with a Sharpie pen and a Foursquare. That worksheet right there has been around for too long, okay? It made you plenty of money in the day, but your customer will not find credibility in it today. It takes too long to actually desk this deal. It's going to require a salesperson to go back and forth too many different times. You're going to lose credibility. You're giving people reasons not to buy from you rather than reasons to buy from you, and you're going to end up with lower gross here. And we can prove that actually, that this worksheet would generate less gross than a worksheet that was electronically generated. This worksheet right here is what I was talking about how you could justify that your payments are actually where the payments need to be. See, the payments in this situation are $327, and the customer's like, I have to be under $300. This is called a payment breakdown or justification worksheet. And this is what I'm talking about, solving problems in real time. Your people don't need the problem solved tomorrow. They need it solved now in the middle of a deal. And other training companies don't think in terms of solving problems now. They think, oh, let's train them and get them ready for the next time they screw a deal up. This tool actually allows you in front of a customer to say, look, the payments aren't $327. The payments are $279 on the car. The trade balance is $19. And the taxes and fees are $28. You cannot do this with an Excel spreadsheet. So you guys out there like, oh, I'm going to create an Excel spreadsheet, drop all this information in. It would take you 23 minutes to figure out this situation when a computer can do it in less than 2 seconds. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to a different screen here. Let's see if I can without blowing this whole thing up. And I'm going to show you something that we just finished developing that will blow you away. Okay, I'm going to put in here salestrainingvt.com. That's the website you want to go to, salestrainingvt.com. And I'm going to put a username and password. And I'm going to show you that we now can literally solve problems in real time. And we're using this in dealerships right now. We launched this 2 weeks ago. And we've been working on it. Now, this is a virtual training portal that you're sitting in. I basically signed in with a password. Your people would do the same thing. You may have seen something like this. Some of my competitors are using a technology similar to this right now. But what we did was we took this beyond training and got into solutions. You see where this says Quick Fix Solutions? This is a place where your people, your managers can go in real time and actually grab a solution, what I would do in that exact situation. Okay, this is sick. Before I show you that, let me just show you this. This is a training center. There's 600 segments of training material in here right now. Fundamentals of selling, road to the sale, closing the deal. We're developing modules for follow-up, incoming calls, working the CRM, maximizing the internet. There's practice drills in here where people can actually practice. A report card where you can see what people have actually trained on and not yet trained on. A tattletale report to tell management who's signed in and who hadn't. A file vault where we will store all scripts, follow-up calls, follow-up letters, pitches, presentations, product information, anything that you want stored in written form will sit here, not in the salesperson's desk any longer, and then their profile and Quick Fix Solutions. Now I'm going to click on this just for time and then open the rest of this for questions that Duncan will route to me. And what you're going to see here has never been done before, okay? This is basically a list. You're not going to see it in the same time that I see it in because of the GoToMeeting. It plays 1 frame per second, but the technology that I have this sitting on plays 30 frames per second, so it plays in full motion video, highest quality you can shoot in. You see at the top here where it says money, then stall, then product and time. Classic and advanced. These are for sales meeting here, classic and advanced. You're going to run closing sales meetings on these two pieces of or segments right here. These are for real life situations. Let's say a customer called in and said on the phone, hey, look, I'm going to be there in 40 minutes, but I'm going to tell you right now it's all about money with me. So immediately I'd hit money. And what's going to come up under money is every objection, or I'm sorry, every solution to a money objection that I have heard in 30 years, okay? So I've basically accumulated not just what I've heard myself, and I took a turn right here. I was in Tampa last week. I took a turn on a deal that I did not close, by the way, 2 days ago at Tampa Bay Toyota. And this basically is going to give you solutions to real-life situations. So let's say a customer called in and said, look, I'm going to be there in 40 minutes, and my deal is I'm on a budget. He mentioned the word budget 3 times. We're going to train your salesperson to go look through here until he runs up against the word budget. You see budget right there? It says budget close 1, budget close 2, budget close 3, budget close 4, budget close 5, assume a 0 balance. Wow, I wonder what that is. Before I go to that, let me just go to this. You see these 5 closes right here? If I click on this, it's going to lag on your end, but it's going to pop up on my end in full motion video. I'm going to stop this because it's not going to play well on your side, but on my side it's playing with the highest speed possible in the highest full motion video possible. In 21 seconds, I will tell you exactly what I would do in this situation.